And this one for me is incredible. I'll tell you, like, point blank incredible. I've reviewed maybe 600 projects, and I have seen maybe 100 white papers, and I have never ever seen a white paper as well put together and detailed and thought out as this one. This is not a paid shill, even though it sounds like it. I've had no contact with the team, but yeah, guys, this is really great. So I'm going to take you through this white paper in quite a lot of detail, because there's quite a lot of interesting elements here. Yeah, I just want to show you the extent to which this has been thought out, and the way that they've done this, because this is really what every single white paper should look like. And this is not just an NFT project to me, but seems like a company's presentation, the way it should be. So we've got Zenogakki here, Zenogakki, the first decentralized anime franchise. So it says here, there's a bit of a lure. A deadly virus was released into Utopia by an unknown entity, a virus that was powerful enough to eradicate humanity. However, there are small traces of humanity left within Utopia, and these remaining humans have taken upon themselves to be responsible for seeking retribution. Artificial intelligence has taken over Utopia. This was the birth of a new cyber species, the Zeals, that was created by an all-powerful and merciless owl. His name was Garth, the cyber ruler. So vision, and this is really where it starts, right? So they're saying here that it's a revolution within the industry, and this is the basis for the whole thing. They feel that animators and creatives worldwide are not credited enough when anime series are made. They get paid minimal salaries, and producers make millions, and they aim to address this, and they've got a real plan to do so, right? So their long-term vision is to create a structure where the community and creatives benefit from the success of a franchise for as long as it lives. This plans to include, but isn't limited to, watch-to-earn mechanism, which we'll read more about later, for the community. Zenogakki is a function as a core in the decentralized anime media space by creating and innovating their own platform, granting IP rights to holders, and will expand and scale their franchise to ultimately become an anchor for similar projects and move forward while taking the right steps. Okay, so I want to show you what's going on here. So the first thing is that they want to organically develop and nurture a community-centric alpha server. And the thing that stood out for me now is they said, we want the server to act as home to anyone, regardless of whether you own anything related to our franchise or not. So we just want people to come in, we want them to learn, we want them to be welcomed into our community. So that's really nice. Then they're going to have a Genesis NFT collection, which has taken over 6 months for them to get together, consisting of over 200 traits. And they say here, we want every NFT that is being bought to feel special to whoever owns it. This is why we focused on the details as much as possible in order to attain the highest form of artistry. Then there's going to be a soundtrack. So they've created a list of favorite up-and-coming producers and musical artists to design the perfect Zenogakki themed soundtrack in-house. I can't tell you how many times I play like any music from an upcoming NFT project, thinking that they've done it themselves, and when it comes to the YouTube algorithm, it ends up saying copyright. It's actually a song that's owned by like Kanye West or whatever. Speaking of the YouTube algorithm, if you're enjoying the show, please can you click the like button? Okay, so there's a lot more to this, guys. So Retribution versus Abomination. So with an entire storyline from Zenogakki and the manga development underway, we'd love for people to emulsify themselves within the story. In every favorite anime, there are always sides to pick, and you'll choose either evil or virtuous. World-class studios. So they've partnered with Tone Plus Animation Studios and L'Oreal Pursuit, and I'll show you more about them in this pitch deck later, but they're very notable studios. And here they've said they sent over 280 inquiries before settling on these two animation studios. So they really have done a lot of groundwork on every level. Manga Preview, and there is one already which we'll have a look at. Volume 1 of the manga is a pre-production phase with the L'Oreal Pursuit Studios. They're working extra hard to make sure that our family gets more than one chapter before mint. There'll be further partner announcements going forward. Okay, so then there's also for NFTs that have the Degen trait. I hope I'm saying that right. Those particular NFTs only are going to be evolution NFTs. So they'll change and be able to evolve, which will be limited to just those with the Degen trait. Okay, then any of the first edition NFTs, so anyone who owns any Genesis NFT will get airdropped the volume 1 of the manga as a free mint. Okay, then they'll also get an anime pass NFT as well. Following a similar structure of the manga collectible, Genesis holders will be able to freely mint NFTs that will enable profit sharing with the holder of the said NFT from the anime series, right? And then they just summarize all of that. Okay, so then when they get to phase 2, they're going to have an anime trailer. But remember, this isn't just one anime that they're doing. They're going to be consistently developing. They want to become a launch pad for content creators in this space to be able to launch their anime series through this production company and this company. And then the community will be paid to watch it. So they'll earn by watching it, but they also want to make sure that it's free to watch for anyone else who doesn't have the NFT also. Behind the scenes, inspiring filmmakers within the community rejoice will be taking the community on an exclusive behind the scenes ride from conceptualization to realization. And you'll also get access to pre-release updates. Okay, so the official release of anime series, the moment we've been waiting for. So they say here about the metaverse that they will not be at this stage building their own metaverse. Everyone's building their own. They'll, incorporate themselves into the appropriate metaverse for their franchise. So they're not going to be creating their own metaverse, but they want to be in the metaverse. There's also going to be physical collectibles and merch launched worldwide. Their core team, fully doxed. As you scroll down, it gives you a background on each of them, as well as their Twitter and LinkedIn pages. And it goes through each and every single one of them, their backgrounds, and their links. Which is, listen, this is the way it should be, honestly. So there's the core team, then the DevOps, exactly the same thing, and the advisors. It takes you through each and every single one of them with their social links and their background. So you guys can look at this on your own. I'm not going to bore you with reading all of it, but I have checked some of the links, all legitimate, really, really impressive. You can see, a massive, massive, massive team. This is all the team. Okay. Then when you look at the anime partnership ecosystem, so this is the Tone Plus Animation Studios and the Laurel Pursuit Studios that we discussed, and it gives their credentials, and they really, like this Tone Plus, they did a Final Fantasy, I think that's 7 remake, Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, whatever number that is, Pokemon, so really have a lot under their belt. And Laurel Pursuit, they're an ambitious indie production studio that was founded during the pandemic, so a newer studio. Their team of artists, musicians, writers, directors, coders, and animators come from all over the world, and they're good at digital storytelling. So you can have a look there. And then they also have a strategic partnership with DAO Maker. Now, these guys are absolutely massive. You can just have a look at their portfolio over here, this DAO Maker. And they've got, this speaks for itself, right? This is all under them. Transact, Wire, Polygon, Solana, MoonPay. It's all under their umbrella, which is incredible. Vision to reality. So the launch of the platform, the watch to earn that we briefly spoke about. Phase 4 will be dependent on the success of previous phases. The reason being that we do not want to promise and not be able to deliver. But yeah, the watch to earn is interesting to me because you get to watch and earn, which is great. And if the content is good, which with this team and with these partnerships it should be, then you're going to enjoy watching it. But on the other side of it, they're getting views for being watched, which they can in turn earn ad revenue on. and all the actors and all the producers and all the creators are going to be paid in the same native token that people who watch it are going to be paid in. And as long as you have the NFT, you'll be paid to watch in that same token. And then there's a separate site for people who don't have it, where they can watch these for free. So anyone will be able to watch the content, again, ensuring that they get a lot of views, a good ad revenue, and provide a sort of springboard to anime creators in the space with all the skills that they need to develop anime series and be fairly compensated for them. And it goes on and on, guys. And it really, to me, is incredible. Really, it's so well thought out. It's a new thing that we haven't seen before. We're always saying that NFT technology fits in with art-related things and music, and because you can program into the smart contract that every time a music song is played, that 5% royalties go there, 20% royalties go there. So here they're doing this with anime series. And NFTs are the perfect technology for it because it's all tracked from the smart contract and ensured that it's above board from the smart contract side. So yeah, I mean, this carries on and on, but it's just really, really well thought out and incredible to me. It's good to see. So yeah, that kept me busy for a while, but was great to see. And here you can see some of them manga that they've put out. Let's just try reload it over here. It's like a comic book style storyline. Okay, no thank you ad. All right, now you can just see the art style. There's the cover. People are coming and releasing comic books or whatever, 3 months after they mint. Yeah, these guys haven't minted yet and they've already got something to show for it. We'll jump into their Discord also. I just want to show you here. So join December 2021, location Utopia, which I think is quite cool because that's what they're calling it. 34,000 followers, a couple of notable ones over here. If we jump into their Discord quickly, just show you over here. So you can see here, not a huge amount of people in the Discord, 6,500. They recently opened the Discord, a lot more recent than their Twitter. But yeah, definitely if this is something that interests you and you want to learn more, I would suggest jumping in here. But yeah, for me, so really, as I say, well put together, well thought out, and something that is really an absolute pleasure to review because you've got all the details and all the information at your disposal. So again, project Zenogakki, and in my opinion, humble opinion, not financial advice, this is one to really, really keep an eye on and one to watch.